Yes, yes, what up? It's a Triple B Beast Boxing Basement right here in the house. One of the few true tellers on YouTube, especially on boxing. Yeah. So if you're listening to this early on Thursday, please come to the live later, 8 p.m. BST. I tried to get Triple John Venables, Sonic Edwards to come on the live. Like with a proper StreamYard window, to come on. But nah, man, they both bottled it. I have them both at the same time and roast them both to pussy holes. But anyway, so I'm talking about. I don't really especially want to talk about this bout, right? So we got KSI with Tommy FURY, right? And obviously, I'm not even that much of a hater about these kind of things, right? In the sense that, if they're going to have proper pro contests or any kind of contest, I don't mind, man. Boxing at any level takes guts, especially at this level when you got guys that are not really trained boxers and they're boxing in front of millions basically and a big crowd, and this kind of people say, oh, it's not real boxing. Yeah, it is real boxing, man. It's a pro contest anyway. Even if it was just white collar thing, it's still boxing. I've seen knockouts in white collar, and the thing is dealing with the main problem is dealing with the stress and, yeah, of course, a pro boxing fight, which this is, by the way, with 10-ounce gloves or whatever, right? No headgear. You're gonna hit a lot more. Harder, right? But anyone who steps through them rings goes through the stress of it. It's like being naked, man. Especially the first few fights, so you can get used to it, right? Some people never do. And then walking up naked on stage and having people stare at you, it's quite weird. Anyway, so I don't disrespect them. Does this take away from boxing? I don't know. It's annoying to a hardcore boxing fan, especially when boxing news start writing about it. But these are genuine contests in this case. Unfortunately, they take most of the headlines, but that's just the way it is, man. Pro boxing never been. It's always been like the crack hole of sports anyway. It's all about the money. It's largely, if you compare it to football, it's unregulated. It certainly can be completely unregulated, more or less, but even pro boxing is not exactly well regulated. The corrupt British Boxing Board of Control, very corrupt they are. I slate them in another video, but these are the people that allowed Alejandra Ayala, even though they knew she'd had a brain injury, and there was a brain anomaly 2 years before when she was in the UK, let her box, and then she almost got killed, and they never explained themselves. Just hung her out to dry. They must have paid her a bit of money, shipped her off back to Argentina. Scumbags, yeah. And they're all in the secret society. That's clear, man. It's known. Anyway, forget about them. But yeah, so we got to look at this Manchester, England. I think it's on DAZN. I think it's probably pay-per-view. Obviously, the Triple B won't be watching pay-per-view. I might have a look at it, man. All these guys, I don't recognise any of these guys, man. Apart from KSI, his real name's Olajide William Olatunji. Yeah, Olajide. I used to quite like Michael Olajide. He had a nice, he had a bit of a mullet. He had kind of a greasy mullet. He was a slick boxer, but Iron Barkley took care of him and a few others. Anyway, so we got to KSI, aka Olajide William Olatunji. He used to look nerdy, and he's not exactly good looking, but his body's obviously in good shape. PEDs and training, top training. See, these guys can afford to top train because they've got the cash money. They can afford all the supplements, the PEDs, and you got Tommy FURY. There's no point, waiting for the weigh-in because they're both going to be in great shape. Tom's already showed his super PED shape. It's a six round fight. It's a 6-round fight. It's also on the undercard. The only one I recognise is Logan Paul vs Dildo Danis. Yeah, I'll talk quickly about that at some point. But yeah, let's start with Tommy FURY. So, as I said, I got no hate. Tommy Fury's actually he's had 9 pro fights. Yeah, 9 pro fights. He's never going to make it to the top, right? The last one was his biggest challenge. It was the YouTuber Jake Paul. And Jake Paul can bang, You know, I won a lot of money against some MMA guys. You know, unfortunately, he's fell a bit in love with his power, and they start to get crazy. And WBC were like, "Oh, we'll rank him if he beats Paul. I mean, if he beats Tommy." Yeah, and Tommy's hardly set the world alight. I've never seen anyone with no homo, such a perfect body for boxing, broad shoulders, long arms, slim legs, so that he doesn't, you know, he's not too heavy. I mean, if you can have those guys who, like Tommy has great broad shoulders and a huge upper body, and they can fight, you know, and they're taller than their opponents, and they can fight midgets because they, you know, they haven't got the legs of the biggest muscles, aren't they, in the body? So if you've got skinny legs, you lose a lot of weight. Look at Deontay Wilder, who comes in light, but he's, you know, a massive upper body. So Tommy's got that physique, but he doesn't seem to be able to punch for some reason. Yeah. And like I said, I mean, he's doing the right thing. Good on him. He's already a multi-millionaire with his woman, and he can fight. You know, these YouTube fighters, they're real fights, but you know, as long as they're not completely fixed, which I don't think they are at this stage. Some of them might be, but you know, making a lot more money off fighting Olajide William Olatunji, you know, than he would fight, you know, a 6-rounder against some journeyman bum on some undercard. You know, I think he last fought on Tyson Fury, didn't he, against Dylan White? Or undercard. He fought some bum. Let's see who this bum was. Daniel Bosianski. I think he went the distance. He's not a puncher, old Tommy. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. You know, this would be a decent undercard fight for a your call, you know, kind of style fight. You know, something like that. What'll happen? Well, I mean, Tommy, I'm not sure. I think he had about 10 amateur fights. They say he was raised in boxing. Well, not really. He's not a proper Fury. It's not like the Irish side of the Furies who were really well raised in boxing and fighting. Tommy, I don't think he had that much interaction with his dad. You know, Tommy the Roman, that branch, which are half, what's the word? Madagascan, I think. Yeah, that's why Tommy looks Pashtun, right? You know, it's just a different branch. And I think they're a side branch for John Fury. They didn't really grow up with him, you know. They all kind of resent Tommy because Tommy's good looking, you know, and he's been on Love Island and all that, and he's getting a lot of attention. There's a bit of haterism in the Irish Fury side because, well, actually, to be honest with you, Big John and Tyson were quite good looking when they're young. Again, no homo. You know, if you look at them, Tyson was actually signed by a model agency, weirdly, but they age badly on that side. The Irish side age badly, don't they? Yeah. Look at the state as well. Peter Fury, blood clot, 29. I mean, it's just shocking to me. 29 looks like 49. I'm serious. That's a bit like Triple R claiming to be 25 and looking 45. I shouldn't even talk about this fool, but I can't help rinsing him because he has to pay. He has to be regulated for making that disrespectful, unfounded claim. So what happened in the fight? KSI. What does that someone stand for? It stands for knowledge, something, and integrity. That's pathetic, man. Integrity, my batty hole. Now, he's not a bad boxer. I mean, you got to understand, these guys, them, Jake Paul, even Logan Paul, Logan Paul doesn't take it so seriously, but they get to train with top guys, to have top nutrition, they don't have to worry about a job in the day, you know. And top PEDs, you know, top masking agents. So they get to, you know, they advance quite quickly. And, you know, there's plenty of boxers that have started late and done really well. You know, Big Joe Joyce recently until the Big Bang zhanged him. Moki Marciano started at 23. Right, Rocky, the all-time great. Those are heavyweights. They can start later, but then you get guys like Anthony Mundine, who I know he's in boxing all his life, but he started off as, you know, what is he, a rugby league player? And I can't stand him too. Svenotka nailing him to the canvas after being told he hits like a girl was funny. I thought he'd killed him, but you know, Mundine still won the world title, even though he's a complete clown and degenerate. And I'm sure there are other stories here. So, I think at this point it's only a 6-rounder. You gotta lean to Tommy. You know, Tommy's not the greatest fighter in the world, but he is enough of a level above Olajide William Olatunji, aka knowledge, strength, and integrity, or whatever his silly ass KSI name is. So I think he will outpoint him. You know, will they? You know, these kind of things, they're all about Entertainment, you know, like some people say WWE, so you wonder, oh, will they have a script they have to follow? Some possibly, but I see a lot of these fights and they're boring, and there's no, you know, it's. I just think mainly in this kind of fight they want to go the distance, both of them, and they'll be careful. And Tommy should edge it. Tommy should edge it with his long arms and his more experience. So that's the call on that fight. Peace in the Middle East. Get on the live, yeah? And keep roasting the haters for real.